Mr. Walker?
Well, yeah, you can relook at it, but it's basically why do we have to rethink our schools?
Yeah.
Yeah, in order to get thoughtful people.
Let me tell you where I am and where we start. Okay. School, the way it's set up now, was set up in the dark ages. We didn't have technology. We didn't have all the stuff that we have available today. So the schools started where they started. Okay. They hired a teacher. They had a classroom. Kids went to the classroom and they were taught. Okay. That didn't change. That didn't start to change until recently. It's still not all over, just beginning. We have modern equipment today. We have a computer. Every kid seems to have a computer. They have a nice telephone.
Yes.
All that you got already. So it seems to me the time has come for us to translate that ability to change the way we operate our schools. It's not easy to change an institution like schools because the money is here and they're constantly looking over here to let them do what they want to do. So I'm not blaming teachers and I'm not blaming schools because you can't change things when it's in progress like that. It becomes a difficult chat. Okay? So we have enough things going on now that people can see. When I say we, the general public educational system. Then they established kind of another system, which is still public, which are the charter schools. And they're all over the place. But they're all over the place because we're not doing it in a systematic way. There's a little charter school here, another charter school here, another charter school here. And so the charter schools are ending up getting more and more involved, but they're not able to do any more than they can do, depending on the resources they have available. The resources are based on the number of students they have going to the charter school, which is not a lot of resources, to really make the kind of changes that have to be made. And therefore, they're spreading it out to do what they can do.
So they might only do 10% of what is really innovative. They're still innovating because they're charters.
Yeah. It gives the school a little more autonomy to start doing some things they like to do, but they also need more money. But they're not getting more money. In fact, they're getting less money than the public school itself.
Which is why sometimes SunEd seems to have some difficulties. We don't have a band. We don't have space for a cafeteria. So they cut things back so that we can do some other things with the digital environment. Yeah.
So we're in a transition. I won't see the full transition, but you might. It takes forever. It seems to me to take forever for people to realize that part of the problem we have with the kids in public schools is we're not meeting their needs. We don't have time that's available much more with us than we should. We're not doing what they are interested in, much more so. What are we interested in? So we end up trying to teach what we think is important for them to learn, but they don't think it's important. So that's a misnomer. Because they don't have the freedom to capitalize on things they're really interested in learning.
Yeah.
And school is to prepare you for you to function effectively as an adult. One of the things that you have to do as an adult is make these decisions. And it's not being made. And the adults, they're so worried about what's going on in the society that they keep it even tighter now than it was before.
Yeah, it used to be in schools, you could experiment a little bit.
We were experimenting.
Yeah,
And I went to a public school, not a charter school. I went to a
Right.
public school.
right.
So there are some of us that are trying to bring about a change,
You were one of them.
and I'm one of them. But I'm one of them who's now partially on a sick move. I haven't been active here even since January.
But the nice thing is, so this is one of the first visits. You're part of the first visit.
Oh, really?
Isn't that nice?
Yeah, this is the
Yeah.
first day back